Welcome back to Swat&Vee Immigration News. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. President Joe Biden immigration agenda suffered another blow on Wednesday as the Senate parliamentarian rejected a plan that could have created a pathway to citizenship for millions of immigrants. But Democrats are not giving up and are committed to fight for their aspiring immigration reform. In this video, we are going to talk about Democrats' available options and how they could be pursued. Let's get into the video. New York Democrats Representative Andrew Espeland says his party has three more options for getting immigration reform into President Biden's teetering 3.5 trillion reconciliation budget. After the Senate parliamentarian blocked two other similar efforts by the Democrats admitted that there will be cuts in the infrastructure project, but the last thing he wants to leave out as immigration reform. But for me, the deal breaker is really leaving immigrants behind in the reconciliation, and I have been assured by the speaker today that there will be some version of immigration reform in the reconciliation package, Espeland said. And I think that's very encouraging for me. I don't want to leave the immigrants behind. Espeland's comments come 2 days after Senate parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonough denied a bid by Democrats to make language giving millions of immigrants legal status part of the 3.5 trillion spending bill. There are two versions that have been shut down, Espeland said. But we have 5 versions. We predicted that the parliamentarian may shoot down a couple of the versions that we presented, but there are 3 other versions. Espeland added that the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is considering some of the 3 versions to be included. One day after McDonough's decision, protesters stopped traffic along San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge for more than 30 minutes to an effort to urge Congress to pass the immigrant citizenship bill through the budget reconciliation. Immigrant communities cannot wait another 20 years of failed promises. An inclusive pathway to citizenship would boost the U.S. economy, organizers of the protest said in a statement. As the Center for American Progress reports, a pathway to citizenship for all 11 million undocumented immigrants would increase U.S. gross domestic product by a cumulative total of 1.7 trillion over 10 years, creates 438,800 new jobs, and increase wages for undocumented and American workers. The time to deliver economic justice, climate justice, and citizenship for all is now. For these reasons, we demand that Vice President Harris and top Democrats in Congress override the decision by the unelected Senate parliamentarian, which excludes undocumented immigrants from the budget reconciliation process. Democrats are hoping to pass their immigration plan through reconciliation. However, Senate rules call for such bills to be focused on the federal budget. The decision followed an initial effort by the Democrats to include the immigration language, which was turned down by McDonough on September 19. The proposal would have granted permanent status to immigrants illegally brought to the United States as children, farm and essential workers, and people who fled certain countries affected by violence or natural disasters. At the time, the Congress Budget Office estimated it would also have affected approximately 8 million people in the U.S. This week, Congress is attempting to pass the massive spending bill and bipartisan 1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, but has been struggling with negotiations between progressive and moderate Democrats. Pelosi has insisted all week that the infrastructure legislation would come up for a vote on Thursday. She had initially promised moderate members of a conference who supported the measure that it would be voted on September 27, but allowed the deadline to slide as she sought to placate progressives who wanted to vote on larger bill first. I hope you find this helpful. Please share this information with family and friends who may need it. You can also help us spread the message by sharing it on all social media. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit on the notification bell for more immigration updates. Bye!